Greetings, I guess. I am Alexander Joseph, and I'm the biggest pedophile of the century. I'm just joking. Today, why did I choose this episode? I don't know. This is just, every episode review I do is just totally random. I don't have like a name in the jar. Now that I think about it, I should do that for little episode reviews I haven't done. Like, in June I have to do like more Monster Book, which is actually gonna be like one of the next ones. Today is actually gonna be it. We will do more Monster Book this month. I think it's like the third one we do. I'm not sure when it is. Yeah, it's the third. Yeah, I'm positive. I'm positive it's like the third. But today we are doing The Girl Cried Monster. I have the book because there's no DVD of it or anything like that. There's no VHS, so this is all you get. You get the book. Sucks to suck. The next episode review, spoiler alert, if you don't want to know what it is, just skip 10 seconds in the future. Next episode review is One Day Horrorland, so stay tuned for that. I actually recorded that one like in March, but it never got uploaded because it was way over time. It was like 16 minutes because I had a big rant about part 2, which I will probably have again, but I'll try and cut it short. But I just don't like part 2 of Return to Horrorland, Welcome to Horrorland. And quick thing, today, right after this, I'm recording 5 more videos, but they're not coming out today. I'm recording all 5 episode reviews, so I'm not gonna say who, okay, here we go, and Return of the Mummy, which is the final one I'm recording today, which is gonna come out on the 28th, I'm pretty sure. Return of the Mummy is gonna be the final one this month. It's probably not gonna say which one's next, because I have not scheduled June yet, because I schedule when it gets closer. When it gets into 20s, I start to schedule, like, okay, what would be proper? Like, next month, I already have plans for I don't want to say, actually. I do have plans for the Cuckoo Clock of Doom, so stay tuned for that. No Haunted Match yet. I want to do that later. A little later. Anyways, let's get started. This is a very good episode, just gonna say that. So, let's just start off the episode. So here we go, the episode begins. We have Lucy narrating the story, which is our main character. I actually remember her name because this is an iconic episode. This is episode 4 of season 1, so this one is like really, really iconic since it's one of the first ones. Wink, wink. Heart attack. A fart attack. Okay, I'm gonna. 3 minutes. I have to let out all my crazy, because I'm a crazy person. Yeah, I'm good. Okay, so the episode begins. Lucy's narrating the story. She's saying how much she loves to torture her little brother. And it's kind of sus, but okay, sure. So she plays a little foot. Oh my god, something got stuck in the bush. I think my shoe fell in there. Oh my god. I can't remember what fell in the bush or anything. She puts her foot in the bush and says the razor-tooth toe biter. It got Jamal the other day. It also got Clark. Oh my god, it's gonna get me. Oh god, it bit my foot. And her little brother's like terrified, so he runs in the house screaming like, oh my god, Mom, the razor-tooth toe biter got Lucy's foot. Of course, the mom doesn't believe it because, she's a mom. She's old. She's not old, but she's old enough to realize the monsters aren't real. Of course! Still under my bed. I still believe. Let me tell you a story. When I was 5, I raped the girl. Anyways, continuing. Her mom's like, go torture Mr. Mortman at the library, which is this guy, the monster. Time's yellow. No, the book is old. And so she goes to the library and she says, oh yeah, this book was terrible. I'm gonna go pick out a new one, Miss Mormon. She's like, okay, man. Okay, girl. You go, girl. Go Frankenstein. She gets Frankenstein. Her friend, Jamal. I'm gonna call him Jamal because I don't really pay attention to side characters' names. Jamal's like, hey, you're sus, Lucy. You know, you gonna like that book, right? And she's like, oh crap, I forgot my bag at the library. I gotta go back. It's closing time. So she walks in right before it closes. Well, it is closed. She just walks in. She doesn't think Mr. Morton would mind. Well, when she grabs her bag, she hears Mr. Morton. And she goes to see Mr. Morton munching on crickets. He's just consuming crickets. Like, he also eats spiders. In the book, he eats baby fucking turtles. So, if you don't want to see baby turtles die, well, you don't have to, but you can imagine it now that I've said it. And if you read the book, you'll see it in your head. Don't read the book if you don't want to see baby turtles die, but I still recommend it. 9.5 out of 10. Only thing I dislike is I'm not gonna say. So I'm just saying it's a pretty good story, okay? I feel like Mr. Morton, she just got revealed at like the very end that he was the monster. Or towards the end, or it was a bigger twist, like Mr. Morton was the monster. It was the flies. I don't know, something like that. Okay, anyways, continuing with the episode, of course. Lucy runs after seeing Mr. Morton turn into a fucking monster. Go watch the episodes. I'm not going to describe how it is. Let's just say the makeup is just fantastic. It's a 10 out of 10. So when I give this, like, a special effects, I know there was probably, like, a little bit of special effects. I'm pretty sure probably none, but maybe a few. I don't think there actually were any yet, to be honest, like, legit. I think Mr. Morton was all practical. Yeah, so we're gonna go practical effects. Anyways, Lucy runs home. Parents don't believe her about Mr. Morton's a monster. So, she goes back the next day, and she slams the door for the library after returning Frankenstein, saying it was, "Thumbs down. Thumbs down." She thinks Mr. Morton's kind of suspicious. Well, she acts weird around Mr. Morton because she knows he's a monster, and he doesn't know that Lucy saw her, of course. So he acts normal. I think he knows at one point that Lucy kind of figured out that he might be a little bit of an alien, fucking monster freak, and yeah, that's what he is. He's a fucking freak of nature. My heart stopped beating. Oh, I suck. Anyways. Whoa, sexy. I got you. Anyways, the next thing that happens, Lucy obviously sees Mr. Morton eating the bugs. He turns into a monster. This time she tries to take a photo, so her parents will believe her. Probably the FBI. For all we know, the FBI could be on this shit. But when her camera flashes, Mr. Morton's in the middle of monster face. He's in monster face, full monster face, and he's eating bugs like, "Who's there?" Her camera flashes. She gets up and runs. She's like, I love this line. This is my all-time favorite line from any Goosebumps episode. I'm not even kidding. This is my literal all-time favorite line. "Keep running, little one. I love fast food." I love that line. It's pretty creepy. Like, what the fuck? He wants to eat her, not in the sexual way, but what the fuck? Okay, anyways, I'm not going to go into depth about the chase scene, but just say Lucy gets out. Lucy runs to the library. Mr. Morton actually kind of follows her, but he doesn't follow her yet. Of course, he's in the library. She runs home. She goes to her house. Her parents aren't home. Same with her little brother. Probably, like, picking him up from school or something like that. I don't know. No, I think the little brother's at school. I think they're, like, I don't know. We're not going to go in depth. They're just not home. She calls her friend and says, Miss Morton could be on your way right now. And he also doesn't believe her. But seriously, Mr. Morton rings the doorbell, and he says, "Oh, you forgot your bag at the library, Lucy." Because she did. She forgot her bag. She's like, "Fuck that shit. Would you open the door? You're just gonna barge in and take advantage of me." Mr. Morton. Not in the sexual way. Not in the sexual way. Because honestly, Mr. Morton gives me perv vibes. Like, perv. He's a fucking pervert. Pedo vibes. He gives me the vibes of the pedophiles. The purge of the pervs. And Mr. Morton's gonna be right in the center of it. Purge of the pervs. But he doesn't want to make out for or touch her inappropriately. He wants to consume her. He wants to rip her face off and eat it. Anyways, we're at the 10-minute marks. Try to cut this down. She does not accept the opening of the door to reach the bag, so she makes him set down the bag. So he leaves with the bag set down on the porch. She grabs her bag, and her parents come home. She says, "Mom, Dad, we have to get these pictures developed. I need to show you something." She convinces him to take her to Photoshop. Her brother's here now, and he's like, "Let me see," and she's like, "I knew it." But then her Photoshop on the ground because her little brother's a little shit. No offense, but a big offense. I think I just took a dump. Okay, Mr. Morton shows up, helps her pick up her photos, and the parents invite him to dinner, like, to get over Lucy's fears, I'm assuming. But that's what you'd assume if you haven't read the book, and if you didn't watch the episode beforehand. Trust me, I watched this episode at least, like, 50 times. I did a whole binge watch of the series once, and it was fantastic. Especially seeing that one this early, because it's just a really good episode. And this is also a really good book. No offense, Rostein. Anyways, he comes to dinner that night. Now, he obviously acts like nothing's wrong. He's not a monster. And, he's like, "What's for dessert?" "Well, since you asked, you are." And the parents turn into these, like, reptilian snake fucking monsters. I think they're, like, vampires. Vampire snakes. Let's call them vampire reptilian snakes or something like that. Vampire lizard. That's the best way to describe it. And they eat Mr. Mortman. They literally just eat him. He's not there anymore in the next scene. He's just gone after they eat him. It's pretty creepy. And the parents say that you go your fangs in soon. Don't grow your fangs when you're hitting puberty. You grow your fangs during puberty. And then there's oh look, out the window. There's like a Birdman. There's a Birdman monster. Like, oh no, not another Morton. I don't think it's actually a bird, but it looks like a bird. No, it's like a squid, okay? Not another Mortman. We'll take care of this, kids. They turn into Snake. They're like halfway through it, and then her friend pulls off his mask. It's just Jamal. That's my code name for him because I didn't remember his name. Because I suck, dick. That's us. And he's like, "Hey guys, y'all already ate? I wanted to join y'all." They kind of hide that they're still. Hey, how are you doing? Their bangs just go sexy. And he just asked, "Hey, what have you guys had dessert?" And they're like, "No." Since you asked, he asked, "Hey, what's your favorite dessert?" Since they asked, "You like cherry pie?" That's pretty episode ends. They're not gonna eat their friend. They're not that crazy. Anyways, that's the end of this episode review, and I love this episode. Acting. Some of the best acting. Actually, a solid 10 out of 10. Like, perfect 10 out of 10. Special effects. Well, practical effects. I'm going to give it a 9. The thing I dislike is that his bottom jaw is just still... Mr. Morton's bottom jaw is, still humanoid. Still, it is terrifyingly creepy. I have to give it that. Hope y'all enjoyed this episode review, and I'm about to record One Day Horrorland. Bye.